Hey, welcome back to Supercharged Fridays. We are at 100 and I'm so used to saying this. 200. We are at 200 weeks of live streaming right here on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome from my home to yours, wherever you're watching. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're doing safe. And I'm so excited to tune in today. And I have an awesome giveaway. So I hope you join me in celebrating. I will at the same time take care of questions. If you have specific questions you need help with, that's what we do here. That's not the only thing. I also bring in guests, but lately I've been doing a lot more of this. And this is like any other Friday. I'm here. So join in, drop in an emoji, drop in a hello, drop in something to say that you are live and watching and listening at the same time. I've done this 200 times in a row and it never ever stops the thrill of knowing that we are live in real time. So, thank you for being here. I hope you're well. I hope you're safe. It is a pretty crazy, messed up, beautiful, complicated world we live in. And I hope you do whatever you can to maintain your level of sanity, health, um, light, love, transparency, everything that you need to show up as the best version of you. And if there's anything I can do to support that, my day is made. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for being on this journey for the last 200 weeks. Wouldn't have done this without you. It's just not the same. I could show up live. I could talk to myself. It's not the same. In fact, it's lonely as heck. So it makes a big difference. And I will talk about the giveaway. I'm excited to talk about the giveaway. This is something I've never done before, and I want to talk about it. And the giveaway is going to be a coaching session with me live. And whenever somebody books a one time coaching session with me, I give them support for a week. So that's included as well. And I will talk very quickly about how we can do that. So in the meantime, I see comments trickling in. Thank you for being here. Thank you, friend, for being here. Couldn't, yeah. I've had you twice on the show already, G. It's been so amazing. If you guys don't follow, definitely follow Jihan. I love sort of shining light on amazing people. This is a very kind and a lovely community. And I really, really love supporting this community. So Jihan has just moved from, not just mentally, but also physically moved from, working in corporate to now starting her own thing. And she's going to be working on like getting visibility on LinkedIn and helping people with their strengths, Gallup strengths. She's UMAP certified and she's going to come on the show very soon in a few weeks' time. So definitely follow. If you're watching on YouTube, find her name. It's not the easiest. Jihan Haridi Ardanowski. Definitely follow her on LinkedIn. And she is so awesome that she's been on my show twice. So some of the most awesome people have been on my show twice. And she's going to now come on the third time. So that is pretty awesome as well. Thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't been a regular and you're catching me live today, you're like, what is going on? Yeah, you just happened to join the 200th episode of Supercharged Fridays. So, which explains a little bit of the craziness. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. So, I'm happy to take like questions, happy to help in any way possible, whatever it is you need. I just closed the tab by mistake. I was getting like a minor cardiac. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's, I think most of the journey is related to like the tech and confidence with the tech. You could do this like two times, you could do this 200 times. It still sometimes feels like, one is a bit of a novice. Hi, Tina. Tina's an amazing, amazing recruiter and coach friend who is in close to Brussels, Belgium. So definitely follow her as well, particularly if you're looking at Europe-wide roles. Tina is the person you want to connect with and learn from and follow from here. We got Germany here. Luis, thank you for being here. We got Texas here. And Krishna, where are you tuning in from? Let me know where you're tuning in from. I love knowing like the cities where you guys are. And where in Germany. Germany is big, right, Luis? So definitely do that. We got Montreal here. So amazing. So what is the giveaway if you're watching me? I'm going to explain this to you. And if you're watching me on YouTube, you need to play. You need to pay close attention. So first of all, where would I be without my giant trusty, 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 get it? Trusty cup of chai. Cheers. Cheers. Nice to see you, Stefano. It's been a while. We got Copenhagen here. Lovely Copenhagen, Copenhagen. Thank you for being here. Um, I am really happy. Really, really happy. Thanks. Thanks so much, Mahesh. So let's talk about the good stuff. So obviously, you know, you got career kind of questions, problems. Let's help you with some perspectives. So I'm here for that anyway. So this is not just like, hey, let's party, look at me. This is not just about that. There is a little bit about that, but it's not just about that. So how does the giveaway work, right? You can see at the bottom of your screen, win a free coaching session with me and a week support. So anybody who's tune who books a session with me, right? So like a good 90-minute session, I don't have a lot of time. So I tend to keep these a lot more exclusive, and they tend to be for many sort of more senior executive sort of profiles, right? So a 60-minute, 1 hour session with me plus. So what this gets you is it's worth 997 euros, right? You book time with me. I don't just show up, from the street, ready to party. I come prepared with notes, and you have already shared your problem beforehand. So I come prepared with notes, and then you have unlimited access to me. It's like you have my brain on tap for the next 7 days. So it's something immediate that you need help with. A normal session like this is 997. I'm giving this away. I've never done this before. And how is this going to work? This is the tricky part. Okay. How is this going to work? How this works is you need to nominate someone who you think needs this. Really, really, like this is really important for them right now. And for whatever reason, they really need this right now. You cannot nominate yourself, you can nominate someone. However, if you really want to be a part of this, you can get someone to nominate you. Okay. Where, how, when? I'll explain that. Where, if you're watching me on YouTube, the only way to do this is not in the chat on YouTube, because I lose the chat. Even an hour later, I'm never able to find it again. How this is going to work is you're going to have to put in, and please don't rush to LinkedIn right now. I'll explain everything. You need to tag that person on LinkedIn, and you need to write why they deserve this. So if you're watching me on LinkedIn, you need to tag the person on LinkedIn and say why they deserve this in the comments of today's live stream. 17th of November. Okay. If you're watching me on the replay a day later, just want you to know 17th of November. You need to tag the person in the chat below and say why, write their name and why they deserve it. So not just write their name, you need to tag them, right? You know how to do that? And then their full name and why you think they deserve it. A very short sort of sentence why you think they deserve it. And if you're watching me on YouTube, I'm not going to be able to find. It'll be such a pity if you write someone's name and I never find that. And so you need to put that on LinkedIn. I need to look in one place only. Let that be LinkedIn for simplicity. Okay. You have 1 week to do this. You can nominate as many people as you want. I know you have a big heart. We have a lovely community here. So why not nominate as many as you want? You want to be nominated, get someone to nominate you. Okay. Let's make it about other people. And I will announce the winner. I will read everything. I will read everything with a fine tooth comb. Okay. No, that's a magnifying glass. I will comb through everything like with a fine tooth comb, and I will announce the winner next Friday at the same time. So you have a week. Don't worry about it. Don't like rush to do this. I hope this kind of clear. I will talk about this again in the end. As a at the recap. So I hope to see. Yeah, I mean, if you need help and you'd like a coaching session and you'd like some follow-on support for a week, think about it. You have nothing to lose, right? You have nothing to lose. So yeah, awesome. You got questions? Do you have any comments? Anything I can explain? Feel free to feel free to share. Thank you for tuning in. I see some new names here, so I really appreciate John Page. Thank you for being here from Florida. Ravinder, appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, fantastic. Krishna's here from India. And I am also taking questions. So if you've got no questions, that's absolutely fine as well. But I'm also taking questions. So definitely take advantage of our time together. So I've been now online for about 12 minutes. I'm going to take another sip before the tea gets cold. Is there something that's on your mind and you need help with? Feel free to jump in. This is not a place of judgment. I never read someone's questions and sort of laugh out loud. You'll never see me do that. Why is this acting funny? 1 second. Okay, it's a bit slow. Um, so this is a very safe, protected space. If you have a question and you feel a little bit uncomfortable asking here on LinkedIn because you think someone can see, I think that's a very fair concern. Then why don't you just log in quickly on YouTube? Okay, find my channel on YouTube. Just type in Sonal, just literally type in my name, Sonal Behel, and just write career strategist. It'll come up. And it'll also, when you go there, you'll find that I'm live. So type in your question there and I'll be happy to help. Okido. Yeah. So I hope you're thinking about who you can nominate. I hope you're thinking, if you're interested in this, who is someone who could nominate you? You have about a week. And doesn't mean you do this like Thursday night, because we will be doing this on sort of Friday, and I do want to take time to read each individual entry carefully. Okay, fine. I see a question, and I'm going to get right into it. G, what is one thing we can do to stay motivated during the holidays? Right? Holidays are the worst. Okay, I'm going to tell it to you straight. If you are in career transition, holidays are the worst. So I'm not going to be one of those people that tells you smile, follow your passion, buckle up, chin up, you got this. No, it sucks. All right. Okay. Everybody has like questions, and half the time they're actually very kind and helpful, but their intentions are good, but um it doesn't always come out that way. What are some things you can do to stay motivated? So, if anyone's watching right now and you are a recruiter or a career coach, feel free to weigh in here as well, because this is a very valid question. My personal experience, having been through layoffs multiple times, and especially during like the holiday season when people get together, or like when I'm visiting like home back in India, and everything starts with, so what do you do, right? It's a very normal thing. So that is not easy, and I just want to begin by first of all acknowledging that, just making sure something's wrong, because I see a comment here from Risto that there was something wrong on LinkedIn is the worst when it comes to, there's sometimes, there are also, sorry, side note, there are times when I miss questions because LinkedIn didn't show them. So I'm just making sure that I haven't missed anything here either. This is how we started on LinkedIn. I remember I would read and I would answer. It was extremely awkward. Um, so I just want to make sure that no questions missed, because if someone's coming here and giving us their time, right? So the least I can do is at least acknowledge. Okay. So one thing that you can do, right, is know yourself and know your triggers. This is what I did. So I didn't necessarily want to be around certain people because they didn't make it easy on me. They didn't make it easy on themselves. So whatever I could, I would keep my distance from those people, right? Now, what do you do about people you cannot avoid? Close friends and family. What if they sometimes trigger you, right? Um, I think that the only way to do this, it takes lots of practice. You don't magically get like these superpowers. But the way I approach this, and the way I've learned this from my own coaches, people I've learned from, my own mentors, is two things. Number one, developing an invisible cloak of protection. And that invisible cloak of protection makes you feel good, takes you to a good place, makes you happy. Okay. And the second is, when you see around and you see people coming at you or whatever, always assume they're coming from a good place. Just assume it. Even if you're wrong, you know sometimes you're wrong and you know they're just mean for the sake of it. Let it go. Assume they're coming from a good place. Thirdly, what do you do with external triggers? You see a notification on LinkedIn that this person got a great job and you know they're going to celebrate Christmas here. Just be happy. I know it's hard, man. You got to just stay happy for them, because when you're in a bad negative place, you will attract more bad and negative for yourself, and that takes a longer time. It doesn't accelerate job search or client search, whatever it is you're, you know, whatever it is you're looking for. It only accentuates the scarcity and the gap. So there's a few things, right? Invisible cloak, assume unconditional positive regard. That's what we say in coaching, unconditional positive regard. Just assume that. And third, just like with success, do understand very well that everything is temporary. So if there are certain struggles we're going through, there's a transition we're going through, it's temporary. And when we think we're at the top of our career, that's also temporary till the next thing comes along. Kind of helps, you know, to keep things in perspective. And if you still need more help, sometimes just turn on the news. Yeah. There's a pretty messed up time we're going through right now. There's so many places that are struggling. You know, you don't have to be a wizard to know what's happening in the Middle East and continues to happen in Ukraine. It's not so much in the headlines because the Middle East is dominating. What about Sudan? What about the kids in Yemen? It's just everywhere. So I am focusing on, you know, whatever bad juju I'm looking at, I'm trying to focus on how I can help those folks. And I do it privately. I don't talk about it on social media. It's nobody's business. I think that helps when we know, when we see that, it throws things into perspective. And our problems don't seem that giant anymore. And I hope that helps, Gigi. Good luck with everything. And I look forward to having you on. Tino, thank you so much. I'm so happy. Yeah, exactly. Hmm. It really helps when you know your triggers. And the whole thing about that invisible cloak thing, it really takes practice. It's not a superpower. That invisible cloak doesn't show up the day you need it. So definitely. Hi, Ravinder. Wow, look at the initials after your name. Very important person here. Is it common that a CEO interaction is rescheduled for a position? It's very common. Oh, yes. The higher up the person, assume like they're flying in the air like a UFO. Just assume. They touch and go. Some of the most unorganized people I've ever seen. Not that they want to be, it's just everybody wants a piece of them. And assume that it's because the guy or the girl was busy and not because of anything else. All right? Unconditional positive regard. So, yeah, I always encourage people to practice good karma. Yes. Mm. You know, and the hardest thing, G, and I know that you help lots of people, the hardest thing is to do this for yourself. Risto knows this, and I said it last week as well. And this is the first time that Risto and I met virtually, and he said, you can never tickle yourself. You just can't. You cannot coach yourself. You cannot walk the journey of career transition. You can. It's hard, right? Because you don't have that objectivity and perspective from a neutral standpoint. So definitely see where that's coming from. So yeah, good luck, Ravindra. Tell us more. Tell us more. When is this scheduled, and do you need any help to prepare for this conversation with the CEO? Let us know. Let us know. If there are no further questions, I shall let you get on your merry way. I've got stuff to do. Got a birthday party this weekend, so got to organize for that. I'm always the last minute person. There's people who are super organized and have planned everything weeks in advance. Their house looks like it's out of Architectural Digest, and all their shopping is done in advance. Guess what? I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people. Mm. I also wanted to say one quick thing, a quick shameless plug. Um, Yesterday, I released a YouTube video about, uh, it was literally yesterday. I can't remember. It was about, let me just check if my audio is okay. Then I had a thought. Yeah, my audio is fine. How to prepare for performance appraisals, like a performance review, an annual performance review. It's coming up with your manager, and how do you prep for it? This is the time of year when a lot of us get busy with this. So between November and February, the prep, the conversation. So it's very kind of end to end, 18-minute long video. I've noticed my videos are getting longer and longer because I like to pack in a lot of value. So if this is something that's been on your mind, or you have a friend or a family member who's going to be going through this pretty soon, do share that video with them. And I share my favorite expert tips on how to walk away with the best performance appraisal that you can possibly have. All right. Okay, do. So I think if there are no other questions, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. And, big thanks to every single person who watches. I hope this helps you, but I also want to thank you for your support. It's always a reciprocal relationship. And a quick shout out. No, I know they're not watching. Quick shout out to my family, because they adjust and sacrifice so much, because everything in our life revolves around, like, if we have to go somewhere, and if there's a Friday in that mix, whether it's a vacation or visiting someone, or seeing a friend in the Netherlands, and let's leave on Friday what time? They always know this. Everything is sort of revolved around supercharged Fridays, because this is important for me. So they have to adjust as well, whether it's my own family visiting me from India, or it's my immediate family right here. All right. So I shall now let you go. And before I do that, quickly, I'll take one more question and I'll explain if you're interested in the giveaway. Okay. Hi, Jyoti. I want to know, is it necessary to be an extrovert to be an HR professional? Mm, Short answer, no. Few managers force their team members to become extrovert for no reason rather than embracing the good qualities. These are not mature managers, Jyoti. I'm telling you straight. These are very childlike qualities that these managers have, if they think that if you want to work in HR, you have to be extroverted. Because I think they don't understand what extroversion means. And it doesn't mean that if you are an introvert, you don't like people. That I understand, because if you work in human resources and you don't like people, then don't be in human resources. But that doesn't mean you're introverted. It also comes down to where our energies are coming from. It also comes down to, I can be with people, I love working with people, and after a little bit of time, I need my rest. Introverts make fantastic listeners. HR needs to be better at listening to employees. So introverts are very successful. Extroverts are great. They like to talk through their problems. They love being the center of attention. They have a place, right? But it doesn't mean that they have to be extroverts to be successful in human resources or senior management, because that echo chamber, when everyone is sort of extrovert. And by the way, these are also labels which I don't like, because we assume extrovert means this and introvert means this. You also have ambiverts that are kind of in the middle. I always thought I was very extroverted all my life. Then COVID happened, and then working from home for the last 4 years. I mean, I'll do like fun things. I'll do this live stream. I'll do a webinar. I get amazing energy from it. I get lots of great feedback. It's great. Then I need to lie down a little bit in my bed. I don't just go from event to event. So there's also people in the middle. So it's a little bit gray as well. And it's not one or the other. Yeah. So I hope that kind of answers your question. And last thing I'm going to say before I let you go is, get your manager to watch that talk on introverts. I think it's by Susan Cain, and the power of introverts. I think that's what it's called. It's a TED talk, not even a TEDx talk. It's a TED talk. Okay. You need to learn something. People always have to learn and grow. I'm sure your manager is great, but this is definitely a shortcoming if this is how they think. All right. Good luck, Jyoti. And Sangamitra. My manager is moving abroad. How do you ensure proper communication? Such an important question, Sangamitra. Just make sure that you have pre-arranged, particularly in the early weeks and months, that you have pre-arranged some sort of cadence. Okay. Some sort of frequency, that let's meet at this particular time every week or every 2 weeks. That will ensure that neither of you is surprised because something happened and you weren't aware. So set that up as a running, like standing appointment. Let's say Tuesday 4 p.m. for you, Tuesday, 6 p.m. for you is a reasonable hour for him or her. Keep him or her informed what's going on with you, but also find out how they are adjusting to this new life for them and how you can help them. Particularly if you have ambitions and you're thinking about moving abroad as well, they could be your strongest ally. All right, good luck. Hi, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're doing all right. Netsanet. I hope I said their name correctly. Netsanet. Netsanet. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're progressing in your job search and career. And final question I'm going to take, and I'm going to explain the giveaway again. I hope that this giveaway is of interest to you. Krishna, your question is, what advice do you have for someone who's currently been laid off, seeking new opportunities? Amazing. Very good question. I have at least 4 points that I can talk to you about, and I can make a whole video only on this. So check out lots of stuff on YouTube. But when we hang up, when I stop the live stream, I will link something to you that I shared on LinkedIn. It was a while ago, it was 3 years ago. So I'm going to have to dig it out, but I will link it to you and just watch in a few minutes after the live stream. I will reply to your comment right here in the chat. So just make sure you see that. There you will get so many answers, then much more than I would say here. What I will say though, the first thing, you do not want to start applying immediately. Don't do that. Give it a little bit of time. And that video, I get into details about what you need to first do, and then second, and then third, and then fourth. Yeah, good luck. And it's a small blip in your career. I've been laid off 3 times. I'm still here. It's okay. Okay. Awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Very, very welcome. Thank you. Perfect. Hey, Anjum. Anjum is an amazing colleague that I used to work with back in 2001. Yes. 22 years ago. Anjum's awesome. This is back in GE Capital. Anjum, you're doing awesome things. Are you still in Malaysia? So proud of what you're doing. All right. Good. All right, folks. So this is it. If you last thing I want to say is, yes, thank you for being here. I am so proud to do 200 episodes of Supercharged Fridays, never missing a single week, never missing a beat. And in honor of 200 episodes, I am running a giveaway. And the giveaway is a coaching session with yours truly. And this is worth 997 euros. All right. And you will come, I will come prepared to our coaching session, and you will have 1 week of support, whatever it is, whatever it is. Hey, I need a little help with my resume. I need help with a mock interview coming up. I need help how to manage politics. I need help with salary negotiation. I need help with certain parts of the interview process that I'm struggling with. Whatever you need, it's yours. How do you enter the giveaway? You need to nominate someone who you think needs this help really, really badly. And why do you think they need this help? What makes them amazing? Okay. This is how you nominate someone in the giveaway. It's about helping someone. Okay. If you want to be nominated, think about who could nominate you. And where do you do it? It is in the LinkedIn comments, not on YouTube, not on Facebook. Come to LinkedIn and put in the comments and tag the person. Write at arroba at and write their name. Tag that person and say why you think they deserve this giveaway. Okay. And if you want to be nominated, get someone to tag you. All right. I'm running this giveaway for 1 week. So you have time. So think about who, when, whatever, right? And why. And I will announce the winner next Friday, right here on Supercharged Fridays. I'll announce the winner. I will read every single entry carefully. So I hope to see lots of entries. I hope to see lots of amazing people. Take care of yourselves. And I shall see you at the same time next Friday with the name of the winner. Take care. Have a lovely Friday and a lovely weekend. Bye for now.